Hey, what's up, my nerds?
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Chasen, and you're just in time for your weekly dose of nerd news.
Clink! Today is, well, Happy New Year, first of all.
Happy New Year.
Today is Saturday, January 6th, and this is what happened this week, starting things off with movie news and kicking it off with announcements.
Okay, sounds like Gerard Butler will be reprising his role as Stoic the Vast in How to Train Your Dragon, the live action How to Train Your Dragon. Also sounds like Hiccup and Astrid needed to be recast because some people thought Jay Baruchel and America Ferrera could no longer play 15-year-olds realistically. So there we go. But it looks like Mason Thames and Nico Parker are going to be picking up the reins as Hiccup and Astrid. And if you're interested in that, you can check out the movie in theaters on June 13th, 2025.
All right. So in an interview with Variety, Emma Stone has said that they are progressing on work for Cruella 2 and that hopefully filming for the movie will begin sooner rather than later. So as a reminder, Cruella 1, the first Cruella, made $233.5 million globally in the box office. So hopefully the second one will do similarly as well.
Yeah. Okay. Horror fans get excited because Blumhouse and Atomic Monster have merged, announcing that our deal is done. So, if you are fans of Conjuring, Five Nights at Freddy, Night Swim, Megan, Happy Death Day, The Purge, The Nun, The Black Phone, and Get Out, and more in those realms, you can look forward to even more content. So what this looks like is they're still going to release movies separately, but this is going to give Atomic Monster more access through Blumhouse's their reach and their markets and all that good stuff. So as far as TV, games, live experiences, it seems like it's going to be pretty cool.
All right. So in movie trailers, we announced 2 weeks ago that Steamboat Willie, that Mickey Mouse, will be entering the public domain. So just as that has happened, there is now a horror film with Mickey Mouse. It is called Mickey's Mousetrap. It will be coming out in 2024. There is a trailer for that movie. Yeah, if you like horror films and if you like Mickey Mouse, this might be for you.
Well, there we go.
I didn't watch it.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot of horror in this news, I've realized. Like, we just talked about Blumhouse. Now we're talking about Mickey Mouse horror film and then...
a horror comedy. So if a murder Mickey Mouse isn't your speed, maybe this is more along your lines. Lisa Frankenstein a trailer has been dropped for Lisa Frankenstein, and that is a horror comedy about a misunderstood teenager and her high school crush, who happens to be a handsome corpse. So, yeah, that might more be your speed. If it is, you can catch it just in time for Valentine's Day on February 9th, 2024.
Go see it with your boo. All right.
Go see it with your boo.
Oh. So in past movie news, The Marvels has finished its theatrical release with $205 million globally, making it the lowest MCU movie ever.
Not cool, man.
I also didn't think, I don't know. It was one of the first movies to be released right after
the
writer's strike and actor's strike was over. Yeah. So the actors were not able to
give it the buzz that it needed.
Yes, which I didn't think that had as big of an impact on movies as
apparently
I guess it does.
Yeah, because the same thing happened to Mission Impossible.
But I think Mission Impossible did well.
I guess it had a slow start. I remember mentioning that it had a disappointing run.
Okay.
Or a disappointing start, at least. I don't know if it finished better, but it had a disappointing start, and there was talks of, I don't know if it was related, but there was talks of changing the name of the next one, and I was wondering if that was to distance themselves from this last one
It
or
was
what.
really good.
But yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. That
Like
was the
I would
thing.
say it was like probably. I mean, I don't even like that type of movie, but it was probably one of my favorites of this year.
And you've seen all of them, but I think that's because not all of them. Have we watched all of them? The Mission
No.
Impossibles?
My favorite movie that came out this year. Yes, I have watched all the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I don't know if it was my favorite Mission Impossible.
But yeah, favorite movies of the movies released this year is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you also said that you aren't really a fan of those
I'm not.
types of movies.
I'm not.
Yeah. But you like Mission Impossible.
I mean,
Or is that just because I like Mission Impossible?
it's not my
Not your jam.
wheelhouse. Yeah, it's not my jam.
You'll watch it.
I'll watch it,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna like run
Go
to
out of
the
your
theater
way.
to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I will a Marvel film or a DCU film or something like that.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that. I didn't want to be forcing you to watch Mission Impossible movies.
No, as long as it's not rated R, I'll watch it.
Cool. All right.
And I liked it. It was a good movie.
Cool. It was.
Mostly because it reminded me of the video game Nathan
Uncharted.
Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
reminds me of Uncharted.
Yeah. But all that to say that Marvel's was also...
Yes, Marvel's did poorly.
Well, it did poorly, but it wasn't a bad movie.
Yes, it wasn't a bad movie. I didn't think it was a bad movie.
Yeah. Don't get us started on The Flash. Let's move on, okay?
We think that's a good movie, by the way.
Yes.
I have no idea why it did so bad. Anyway,
I have some thoughts. But maybe in another video. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Not so disappointing start. So good for them. They actually pulled in $89 million, or a bit over $89 million domestically in the box office. And as far as globally, they raked in $274 million. $70 million more than Marvel's for their entire run. So sounds like Aquaman's off to a much stronger start, but not stronger than The Chocolatier. Wonka. And I've heard Wonka's really good.
Really?
But Wonka has pulled in $150 million domestically and a whopping $394 million globally. A third of $1 billion.
all right. So in TV news, TV trailers that have come out, it is finally here. The Arcane Season 2 trailer is here. However, it's just a teaser trailer. They didn't announce it as a teaser trailer, but when you watch it, it's just a teaser
Okay,
trailer.
that's good. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Also, it means that we need to rewatch season 1 of Arcane. I don't know when Arcane 2 is coming out. I
Just
think
about to ask.
they said, like, they didn't say it in the trailer, but I think there has been something from Netflix saying, like, what year it's expected to come out, because that's where we are at this point, is years. So other trailers that have come out, there are quite a few trailers for Echo, as Echo will be coming out later on this week. So some of the trailers include This is Choctaw, Hurt, Pray with an E, not an A, and Ready. Marvel's What If Season 3 has a first look, I'm guessing just as the season has ended for Marvel's What If Season 2. Which we have not finished watching,
Not
so
yet.
don't spoil it in the comments.
Please
Event news.
Man. Yes, event news. Let's talk about comic books. Apparently, Rebel Moon, House of the Blood Axe, is a comic book. It's a prequel for Snyder's Netflix movie, Rebel Moon. So if you're fans of that or interested in it, you might want to check it out. It had a trailer for the comic, so take a look.
All right, so in a recent, I guess, sexual conduct amendment or whatever for Twitch, it is now banning implied nudity. So what that means is that the streamer needs to be clear that the streamer is wearing clothing. So no more censor bars, no more position cameras to imply that someone is nude or to cover up someone's nude, no more full or partial nudity. There's been a lot of back and forth about this over the last year. At one point, Twitch was allowing nudity, but like you had to mark your your video or stream that there was going to be nudity or partial nudity in your video. But what was happening is that even though those videos, they were still being accessible to minors and other people who did not want that. So instead of dealing with all of that, Twitch has just now banned nudity altogether. Gaming news announcements.
Okay, news from Ubisoft. Sounds like their new Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaws, will be released in 2024. It's an open world game that allows you to explore iconic and new planets across the galaxy, and you're going to follow, or I guess you're going to play as, Kay Vess, who's a scoundrel seeking freedom, along with her companion Nyx.
All right, so buckle up. I'm going to be completely transparent. I do not completely understand this, but it sounds like it could be interesting, so I wanted to announce it for when more understandable news comes out about this, if any more news comes out about this. All right, so Futureverse, which is an AI and metaverse tech company, I don't know what metaverse is, that's part of the issue, has announced the formation of Readyverse Studios, which was co-founded by Ernest Cline, who is the author of Ready Player One. And it was co-founded by Dan Farad. I have a typo in my thing and I don't know what's misspelled. Anyway, Dan, the producer of Ready Player One, the film. So they have created this company, and Futureverse, which is the AI metaverse tech company, they have partnered with WB Warner Brothers Discovery in order to bring Ready One franchise to the metaverse. Again, see, that's the problem. I don't know what a metaverse is. I don't know if that's a game. I don't know if that is... Are they actually making... It seems like they're making Ready Player One real. I don't know. So anyway, the company is expected to launch in 2024. I don't know if that means that whatever they're making is going to be available.
Like launching it into the sky
2024.
To project Ready Player One over the world and create a metaverse.
I don't know if we're making a Transformers, Skynet sort of
type
thing.
Situation.
I don't know what's happening. I figured... So the reason why I started this channel is because I kept finding out about things super late, and I was like, how come I knew nothing about this? So I don't want you to feel like that.
Just a heads up for you.
Why did I not know that Ready Player One was going to come to the metaverse?
I've been looking at the metaverse all this time thinking, where's my Ready Player One? And yeah.
So now you know.
It's not going to be you.
I'm not interested in the metaverse. I don't think I am.
You might be. That might be a mistake.
Yeah, that might be a mistake. But I am interested in Ready Player One. And if they were to make that real, there's a bunch of books and a bunch of anime about that kind of poop.
That they might need to look into.
Might need to look into as a warning.
Need to do some research before dooming us all.
Yes. Make sure we can get out of the system. That's the main thing I've learned.
Main thing.
Is don't make whatever happens in the system happen to you in real life, and don't get you trapped in the system.
Yeah.
That's all I've learned from all the anime, all the books.
Hopefully they have to.
Yeah. All right. Rumor mill.
Yes. Stirring up that
Maybe
pot.
that needs to be in the rumor mill.
Okay. So this is coming from someone close to, I guess, the decisions being made at Netflix. Someone in the know at Netflix. Who is it? Hey, I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it actually going to be a thing? Hey, I don't know. Maybe. Take it for what it is.
That's why it's in the rumor mill.
A rumor. Okay, so in an attempt to make more profit off of their games, still talking about Netflix. Yes. Netflix may try to have some in-app purchases or charging premiums for some games or adding ads to games for an ad-supported tier in their gaming. Apparently, Netflix has been offering games for over 2 years. They now have 86 games available to play. And if you're like, yeah, Jason, obviously Netflix has games. Well, apparently you're in the 1% of people that actually know that Netflix has games, according
Not
to the survey.
1% who know, because I knew that they had games as well. The 1% that plays.
1% that plays.
Because there might be a
games.
bunch of people who know.
Right.
Nobody's playing them, though. And, like, I've seen the games quite a lot because I can see them on my phone. And, like, we even announced one time that there was a game, like, Grand Theft Auto has a game on Netflix. But I don't know how you play it. And I haven't looked into it to see how you, like, do you bring in a controller, attach it to the Netflix? Do you use your phone? And I did see there were going to be updates or they're looking at making updates so that you can use your phone as a controller on Netflix. So then that led me to believe, what are you using as a controller? Because I'm not about to use my Fire Stick or my Chromecast remote as a controller to play a game.
I'll be honest with you.
Lame.
I'll be honest with you.
You knew about
I'm
these
going to
games?
check it out.
Okay.
I'm going to check it out. And
They have 86
I may
games,
be
apparently.
Changing my tone next week.
All right. So
I may have a whole section of Netflix game news next week. We'll see.
All right. So I wanted to do this as a separate video, and I wanted to do it before, but I don't think we're going to be that mature or like have our lives together that much. So we're going to do it now. The most
Crank it out now.
anticipated movies of this year, and this isn't like a list of like anticipated movies. These are just movies that I'm anticipating.
Yeah.
You're probably anticipating them too.
Yeah.
I looked up all the movies and wrote them down.
She did. They're
So-
color coded, so I'm going to read some. She's going to read some.
But yeah.
Generally, I'd say I
These are
looked
movies.
at the list, and yeah, these would be movies that we're interested in.
So what I would recommend, because this is what I do every year, I look at the list of movies that are coming out this year. I usually get a calendar and I put all the dates down. So you might want to grab a calendar, grab something to write with to write these down.
Or just
Listen.
rewind it and come
Yeah.
back to it later. Let's do it.
All right. So, starting off with Pixar's Soul re-release coming out January 12th. That's this week.
Oh, and they're in chronological order.
Yes. All right. So, Pixar's Turning Red is re-releasing on February 9th. Madam Web, which is that Spider-Man spinoff, is coming on February 14th. Dune Part 2, for now, is coming out March 1st. And that's another thing, is a lot of times the further down in the year you get, the more likely the dates are to change, especially with having the writer strike and the actor strike last year. A lot of these dates may fluctuate. So this is just like a roundabout thing of movies are going to come out. So Dune Part 2, March 1. Pixar Luca re-releasing on March 22nd. Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom is coming out March 29th. Kung Fu Panda 4 is coming out March 29th. Mickey 17, which is that movie that's based on a book. Look into that. Is coming out March 29th.
Not Mickey Mouse. It's not another horror movie based
No.
on Steamboat. Really.
Godzilla X. Now, I don't know if you read this X. Because you know, like with anime, you don't read the X. So Godzilla Kong, the new empire, is coming out April 12th. And Rebel Moon Part 2 is the Scargiver is coming out April 19th. Starting off with summer.
Okay. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is coming May 24th. The Garfield movie is coming May 24th as well. Another movie dropping on May 24th is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I don't know if you can tell, but we are super excited about that. Bad Boys 4 is dropping June 14th. Pixar's Inside Out 20.
No.
Inside Out 2. You haven't missed 18 other movies. Is coming out June 14th as well. And on July 3rd, we can look forward to Despicable Me 4. Project Artemis is dropping July 12th. And Twisters. It's going to be the sequel to the, I want to say 1996 or 1997 original Twisters movie. That's coming July 19th. Deadpool 3 coming out July 26th. Harold and the Purple Crayon, based on the children's story, is dropping August 2nd.
Just in time for school.
Right.
Back to
We're
school.
both in education, and we both love libraries, and I see that book all the time. I actually work in a library, so I see that book all the time, and I was like, oh, okay. When I saw it on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay.
All right, let's see.
And Alien Romulus is dropping August 16th. And Kraven the Hunter from the Spider-Man
Verse.
universe. Yeah, the Spider-Verse. But not the same Spider-Verse as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's just that You get it. That's dropping August 30th. Hopefully you get it.
All right, so end of the year, fall, looking at December, those are some movies. Beetlejuice 2 is coming out September 6th, which I really think they should push back till October, but never mind. Transformers 1 is coming out September 13th. The Wild Robot is coming out September 20th. Joker, Feu, Adieu is coming out October 4th. Venom 3 is coming out November 8th. Gladiator 2 is coming out November 22nd. The Incredibles 3 is coming out November 27th. I need to get another cosplay together.
Oh.
I need to get a lot of cosplays together because Wicked Part 1 is coming out November 27th. I haven't seen the first Wicked, but I do intend to be the Wicked Witch. The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim is coming out December 13th. Had no idea, nothing about this movie. Mufasa, The Lion King is coming out December 20th. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is coming out December 20th. And Karate Kid is coming out on Christmas Day of this year. All right, so now let's get back to movies coming out this week. That is January 6th through January 12th. Starting off with what we've already said, Pixar Soul re-release. So now you can see it in the movie theater as it was originally intended. It is coming out January 12th, which I believe is Friday. I shouldn't have gone for that. I don't know what day that is. It's coming to theaters. And
It is Friday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Also coming out Friday is Mean Girls, the musical. Dropping, not November, January 12th in theaters and possibly Paramount Plus. Also, let's talk about some TV shows that are going to be released this week. Once again, from January 6th through the 12th. Echo is coming to Hulu and Disney Plus. It's going to be on Hulu until April 9th, but that is dropping January 9th. Remember, that's going to be a day before its original date of January 10th. And they're dropping however many episodes. They're dropping all of them on that one day.
Also remember that Echo is MA, not PG-13 like all the other MCU.
That's right. And if you've seen any of the trailers,
you already know that.
Well, this has been your weekly dose of nerd news.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll catch you next week for more nerdiness.
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Jason. Thanks for watching.
Clink. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, I should turn it off.